welcome to your reading. Why is my relationship not going so well? Let's have a look-see, shall we? Honest, reliable and mature. Now, it could be that this person is not very honest, reliable and mature. But sometimes, my darlings, we have to be patient and give time a chance to work its magic with people. Doesn't always work out that way, but sometimes we can be very impatient and want our way, and sometimes you can't force others. Well, we know we cannot force others into our way of seeing, our way of being. We have to allow people to get to where they want to be on their own merit. So if you are frustrated with your significant other, firstly, communication. How's that going for you? Are you actually communicating, or are you expecting the other person to be a mind reader? People are not mind readers. They actually need you to be open and honest about what's going on inside your heart and your head. So, having a warm brew, speak softly to disarm any dispute or confusion. Why not be honest, vital and patient? You know, why not be open to resolution and really building that bond through honest communication? Heartstrings, striking a chord together with great gentle harmony. So in other words, speak from your heart. Be honest about what you want and honest about what you don't want, and be honest with yourself about how happy you are in this relationship. Are you happy? Or are you not fulfilled? Have you given the person a chance to fulfill what it is lacking? Or is it that you're lacking something within yourself and expecting someone else to fill the bill for you, when really what is needed is some time alone to actually fix what's wrong? Because we need stability in our lives, don't we? We need stability within ourselves and in other people around us. If we're in a relationship, you need to have a stable base in order to build from. In my last reading, I was talking about the one. When you are with the one, you have a stable base because you have got to that point where you're stable, they're stable, and you build something beautiful together. Finding your balance and not rocking the boat. Poised, calm and steady. Are you feeling poised, calm and steady, or are you feeling uncertain, unsure, unworthy? What is it that you're lacking within yourself that suddenly has become a problem in your relationship? What is it that you're lacking from your partner and you're not communicating to them that, you know, your needs? Why don't you feel worthy of being able to communicate that with somebody? You know, these are all things that can cause issues in a relationship. And, you know, we have to be honest at all times with ourselves and with those that we're in relationships with. Otherwise, they don't work. And they will never work because there's dishonesty there on a personal level and on a couple level if you cannot communicate properly. But the angels say it can be a blessing in disguise. If it's not working out, maybe it's because it's not supposed to. It can be a blessing in disguise for you. You may think that that person is the one that you're supposed to be with, but are they? Are the problems that are arising in your relationship because you have problems you're not dealing with? Are the problems in the relationship because the other person is the one with the problems and you're trying to stem the flow of issues by putting a plaster on it? I did that in relationships and it never worked out. They always ended because I was trying to stem the bleeding of someone else's soul, and you can't do that. They need to fix their own wounds. You are not their salve. In the end, you end up just being a casualty of war. So that's why it's a blessing in disguise, you know? Sometimes you just got to quit while you're ahead. There might be some difficulties ahead, but you will push through. You've got this. If you have been struggling or feeling lost, the winds of change will blow in your favor if you've been suffering or feeling lost. But some things may fall apart. but you're building the framework for something much better. Hang in there. So, you know, by these lessons in our relationships and failed relationships and relationship, as Human Traffic once said, and I thought that was just such a really good description of it, relationship. You end up, right, formulating the person you are going to become and meeting the person that is for you. So if this relationship is not the one, which doesn't really, like, you know, might not be, because there seems to be things lacking here, know that time heals all wounds. Sometimes a cup of tea is all you need to feel right with the world. Be honest with your heartstrings. If something's pulling on them, listen to your heart. You need to be honest with yourself and seek stability for yourself and in the people that you surround yourself with, because if they're wonky donkey, your life's going to go wonky donkey, believe me. Feminine forces, relationships, balance, prosperity, efficiency, patience, and humility. You can do everything by yourself, but life is shared. Partner up with the right spirit and you'll become a force. Honor commitments and people around. Don't judge and listen. So, I mean, it could be that, you know, you're being too hard on the other person. It might not be that they're not the one. It might be that you're not opening yourself up sufficiently. You know, have some patience, humility. Yeah. All true soul connections involve challenges that can be overcome together. So, yeah, I mean, this person that you're having problems with, you have challenges in life, but you can weather the storm together. But you have to be mature enough to want to do that and open, and so does the other person, because teamwork makes the dream work. But there is such a thing as divine timing, and sometimes let go, because when you're holding on to something that's not for you, you're not making room for what is. So some of you, it'll be the challenges card, that you need to see this as a challenge and you need to face it with your partner. But for others of you who are going to watch this, let go. Stop holding on. Let the universe work things out in the divine timing, because seriously, you're not doing yourself any favors. If you've got chemistry and embrace that mutual attraction, sure, but chemistry can only go so far with a person. There has to be something more to it than just sexual attraction. And who's got the problem with commitment? I would want to know, who is it that's not wanting to commit? If this is because this is the cut pile with the issues, yeah? Is there somebody who doesn't want to commit to you? Maybe they are emotionally unavailable and it's time to let go. Having chemistry does not mean they're the one. It just means that you've got good chemistry. And true love is sacrifice. So it might be that in order for that person who's not willing to commit to you to want you, you need to let them go and say, well, I'm not going to hang around with you for you forever. See what happens when they're suddenly not got you in their life anymore. They might change their mind. But in order for, have you ever heard that saying, if you love them, let them go. If they come back, then you know. It's the same for a reason, because there is truth to it. And for those of you who are going through challenges with the one at the moment, you believe he is, or might not be, I don't know. But what I'm saying here is, Two of Water is a relationship that continues to grow closer. Forgiveness. That's a real key one here. You're going to have to forgive yourself and the other person for the challenges that you're both facing, and allowing for healing and love to grow and blossom. If you are bitter and resentful and holding on to the little squabbles that you keep having with each other all the time, then you're never going to have a good relationship, and it's toxic and it needs to end, because you shouldn't be doing that with anybody. But if you can, either through binning off this relationship, right? Because I think there's two different energies here. There's one where you are going to end up in a good relationship with this person, and the other group of people, no, sorry, my darlings. But through losing this person, you will come into your own, and new partnerships or contracts will come into the fore, come to you as you continue to move forward in your life. So they're not the last one, they're not the one. And the other one, yes, they are the one, but you're expecting it to be all rainbows and unicorns, and it's just not. That's not how relationships work. All right? Takes commitment, takes effort, continual effort. Every day is a new day to show love and effort and building a stronger bond. So whether you're in group A, where you're just going through a rocky period, you're going to be all right, listen to your heart. You'll know if you're group A, and you already know, I know that the people in group B, the ones that need to bin off the relationship, already know they need to bin it off, but they just needed me to tell them, no, you need to get rid of that person because they're no good for you. Okay? This has been my love reading for you today. Am I in problems? Is either one? I'm sorry, there's two groups, but you both know which group you're in. One, just going through a rocky patch. Two, you know they're no good. My love to you. I hope you've enjoyed this reading today. Please leave me a thumbs up if you did. Feel free to share your story in the comments. And it's free to subscribe, so if you would like to see more of me, then please do subscribe. It's free. I upload as often as I can to my site. I send you my love. Namaste, my darlings. I wish you luck in your endeavours in relationships. I truly do. Namaste. I bow to your light, and I will be back next time with another card reading. Bye.